What's poppin', my people? You already know. You're tuned into Golden Culture. We got Nicki Minaj and what's going on with her all over the tube, the news. Everyone is like, wow, her man. So, you know what? Another thing that makes me think a lot is like how far people take what someone else says. Like, we don't know if it's true that she saw this guy and was like, "You, come on, you're coming with me." Like she just bagged him and like, I get what I want. You look good. Jump in the whip, put your shit away. Let's go. And if she did that, kudos to her, bro. Who gives a fuck? I don't fucking get this. We have a tendency of like we love to be in celebrities' business as the people. We love to put down our own people, make fun of. So apparently, this dude gets arrested for not reporting that he had a sex offender case that he did time for. And keep in mind, I'm not saying it's okay. He was 16 years old, and apparently, the individual that he allegedly raped or whatever, right? Was 16 years old also. I'm not saying it makes it right, but what I'm saying is that, look, of course she's sad. Her man is no longer around. Don't matter what. Of course, she might be puzzled and thinking if she didn't know. But I'm pretty sure she's smart and she knew. And if she didn't, now she knows. And you got to think about it, like, right? This dude that they say they married now. I don't know because I wasn't like really following their wedding and all that. I just keep hearing so much the news and the gossip, and I always stand up for what's right. Warpath, me, I have a tendency of standing up for what's right and for people that I feel can't defend themselves. Like he's not here to explain what went on or how it went down or what have you, right? What I'm saying is this, that in these situations, we know, all right, look, he was convicted of that or he took a plea. However it went down, a lot of people take pleas for things they didn't do. You want to know how I know? Because I've done the same thing. Not the same kind of case, of course. But who's saying that it can't happen to you? It can happen to you right now that's watching. A girl could say, you know why? He pulled out on me, a knife, a gun, whatever, and he took the pussy. He took the coochie. What you gonna do? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. You didn't. Now you gotta prove it in court. So I'm figuring that could have happened to him too. Like we gotta give homeboy everybody in life the benefit of the doubt. Like sometimes we cop out because we shook. They scare us. Like, look, bro, if you don't take this, man, you're gonna do football numbers. You know how the lawyer goes back then, gasses you up. So you can't just say that. You got 16-year-old girls that look like big women nowadays, and they don't tell you their age. And I mean, I don't go around looking for women nowadays, but when I did, there was a point that I started saying, nah, you got to show me ID because my son's mother was one that I didn't know her age. I met her when she was super young. I was young myself, about 19. And look at that. She was 16 going to be 17. I didn't know. You know how I found out? We got arrested together. Facts. Because at that age, somebody had already blew her buns. Her buns were already, boom, blown to the moon. Right? So now that all this is going on, and he's no longer here, people are like, is she gonna stand by him? You know what? Of course she's gonna stand by him because that's who she is. From what I know about her character, she's a caring person, right? So you'll know what this is. It's golden culture, tube news, everything news, where we keep it 100, 5,000. What's popping, people? You already know, love all people. So instead of putting people down around here, we try to say, you know what? Hold on. Maybe, just maybe, it didn't happen the way people are jumping to conclusions on situations. Maybe he caught that case because the person didn't tell them, look, this is how old I am. You know, maybe he didn't pull something out and take the box. I don't know. He knows that, and the individual that it happened with knows that. But we start speculating. We start saying, nah, my man told me. Homeboy from the project told me. My man knows him. My man grew up with him. Everybody's going to have something wrong to say about a person when they up. It's just the way it works. Our people, we could be the worst with each other. We don't support each other. Okay, we support each other at times to the moment when we see that that person is doing real good. Then that person is no good anymore. Yo, he thinks he's all that. He's a piece of doodle. Oh, his girl ain't all that anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's why Meek Mill's, You know how that goes. Boop. The gossip, the bochinche. But my take on that is she's supposed to support him. And we know that she's going to do that. I mean, I know for the little bit that I know about her and, you know, my research on her. And throughout the years, like I've been a fan of hip hop since I was a kid, you know, and I've been around for a minute, you know, so that's the beauty about having these little platforms that you can voice your opinion. And I guess that's all that we can really do. Because the factual story and the facts of what's really going on, only the individual will probably know. Situation, even like the situation with Alpo, and I'm gonna touch on it real quick because a lot of people always want me to talk about this, but I'm gonna make a video about it probably right after this because I have a few things to say about that. Rest in peace always to people that have passed away in the situation. But it's fact what I always hear, and I've always said that in my head. People are like, oh, why is this dude still walking around? Why is this dude just able to walk around free through Harlem? Like, who are you? Like the president of the United States? Like, okay, if the dude told on somebody, who are you to say, oh, he shouldn't be able to walk around freely like that? Don't forget that this dude is a killer. He's a murderer. And I mean, are you really going to step to him when you see him? Did you know the individual that passed away? Was he a relative to you? Because, I mean, that's the people that I see deemed to be wanting to do anything. But a regular dude that you just think you gang and you like, oh, why is he walking around like that? He caught a body, he killed his friend. You know, like the movie got to you, you know, the whole role of when he came home or he's getting money or he's trying to get a few $1 million. Nah, he got money, believe that. And he definitely walking around free like nothing in Harlem. I mean, what you thought he was going to do. At the end of the day, his capabilities are those that you probably don't have. You just a dude watching and saying, you know, oh, I don't know how these rats are able to live. And in no way glorifying someone telling. But what I'm saying is that you can never sleep on the fact that he still will body you. And this is just facts. Everybody knows that. You can look at a person and tell like, okay, you know what? He's not going to play with me. I believe that if someone steps to do in that manner, he's going to treat you as so. Like if you was an enemy and he's going to feel like his life is in danger. And at that point, He's gonna protect himself. And I think he has every right to. I mean, is he supposed to let you just be like, oh, bro, you told and hook off on him or whatever? Like, I don't know. But leave in the comments how you feel about that situation, man. I just feel like, I used to kind of sort of say that too. Like, like, but the reality of it is, like, who are we, bro? Back, Nicki Minaj, I'm going to make a video about that, about the whole Alpo thing. I wasn't going to get into it because I don't like to ride the same coattail, blah, blah, blah. The whole wave thing, the whole hood street shit, right? Same thing as always. I used to live in Harlem, so I stay away from them subjects. I mean, from them, yeah, topics or whatever you want to call it. I don't like to label like a whole hood as, or y'all accepting rats, right? Because he could go today, he could be in Queens tomorrow, he could be in Brooklyn, he could be living in Schenectady, wherever. It don't matter. The bottom line is, who are you to say who could walk around anywhere? And this is what's happening on the internet, all over on social media, is becoming a thing where people are feeling like they have the say, and it gets spread it wholeheartedly to be like this individual shouldn't be able to do this or do that. And life doesn't work like that, buddy. You feel me? At the end of the day, he's got to live somewhere. He did his time. Situation with Nicki Minaj, everyone's like, oh, I can't believe that the guy is a rapo, A, B, and C. Again, it goes back to the same thing. How do you know what really happened in that case? And people are like, I looked up the case. It says he grabbed the girl. He did this. He did monstrous stuff, right? I know, because I know the way the system works. They make you say everything that happened that day on the way the complainant witness explained it. You have to cop out in that form that they want you to cop out so it could fit, so you could try to get a lesser charge or whatever it may be, right? So do we feel bad for everyone, caught up in this situation? Of course. It's always a sad situation when people get split up, families no longer together, someone has to go to jail. There's a poor woman somewhere suffering. How she met him is nobody's business. That she was like, you, come on, you coming with me, like, whatever. There's a million of you dudes that wish that Nicki Minaj just came out of a car, boop, popped up and said, you coming with me. You would be the gopher and just get everything for her water, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's very few people that will be like, she ain't gonna be telling me what to do. Like, you really gotta have your nut sacks set in the right place to be like, you know what, it doesn't matter because money can't buy me. And it's a fact. But there's a lot of people that will be like, hell, I'll jump. So what about if she told him, come on, you coming with me? And she was HIV positive. Because at that point, no one is thinking, you just thinking, oh, she's Nicki Minaj. You're not thinking about that she slept with 10 million dudes. And I'm not saying that that's her case. I'm just saying that apparently that's what could have happened with anyone. You're coming with me, cool. So that night you sleep, you hit it raw, bang, because you think you got a fly girl next to you and no one is thinking. And now you're going to die this week for being a moron. And that's just the way it works. But nobody thinks about that. And it's cool, I get it. But you're quick to think about, yo, he's a rapo. Her brother was a rapo. She supported him. Bro, everybody's a judge. Everybody's a lawyer. Everybody knows all the cases, And most of the people making these judgments have never been incarcerated a day in their life. Don't know a damn thing about going through the system. But they want to explain that this is why I know that it's a fact. This person, he had to do that. Like, you're convinced. I would hate to have you on my jury, bro. Oh my God. What are we going to do with these people? But anyway, it's part of life. Again, do not get one thing confused with the other. We just talking while we talking, reporting while we reporting, because it is what it is and it's part of what we do. So if you didn't know by now, this is definitely golden culture, and it's been a while I posted on this channel, but we're gonna get back into the flow of things. We're gonna get back to posting on the constant basis, hip hop, tube news. When I say tube news, I mean with things that are going on YouTube, right? Tube 44. Let me explain that to you real brief, whether you give a shit or not. Tube news 44 is tube news because it's YouTube, right? 44 is because that is the street where I was born, raised on. You feel me? Like my neighborhood where I was raised at. Facts. I haven't been there in a long time. Like I go by there or go through in the web late at night with a 12 gauge or with a Glock. I'm only joking, bro. We don't promote none of that. But I go through, it's like the original dudes from my block are no longer there. Like, shout out to 44th Street. But everybody else who's there, like right now, is like dudes that they weren't even really from the block. Like, they didn't really hang out with the dudes that started running the street, like hard bodies, like good boys there. And I don't mean to diss them, it's just facts. Shout out to 44th Street. I love everybody. You feel me? Even the dudes I had problems with, whether I robbed you, smacked you, or we had a fight. However, I got love for you. Believe it or not, that's just who we are today. But people take things in the wrong way, or you doodling on. Not nobody doodling on them. I love you. Understand what I'm saying. You got to be a cornball not to understand what I'm saying. But at the same token, what I'm saying is that a lot of the dudes that were left behind from that crew that I used to hang out with, it's like the good ones that were left, like the little ones, like coming up after us. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Or like, I don't know, like the ones that were really like your brother's friends. Like if your brother was like an older dude and he was like a kind of sort of like a square, even if he wasn't like, like he wasn't fully involved in the street like you was. Those are left there, like Julio's friends. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, man. And shout out to Julio. And everybody, man. It's no disrespect. It's just I'm trying to explain something. That's the best way I could explain it. But yeah, like my brother's friends are probably left there. Like some of the ones that were cooler with my brother, because my brother wasn't like a real street dude. But he will whip you. Don't get it twisted. If you mess with him or his family, you're going down. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't like indulging, running around, getting arrested. After that, I took flight. We left the block and started getting arrested, being in other hoods, like in the real ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Nordstrom, Clifton, 109 Lexington, 110 Lex, like that. You know what I'm saying? Gun Hill, the Bronx. I started like, we got to set our own mark. We got to think big now. Miami, LA, like that. Like we started traveling and until we hit Rikers Island, like on a constant basis. Boom, 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 boom. And it was crazy. Maybe if I would have stood that good boy of 44th Street like they did, I would have been better off. So I'm never hating on them. In fact, some people, I admire them for doing the things that they did. So let's not confuse one thing with the other. It's one thing about being real, and another one being real dumb. And your boy Warpath was real dumb at one point. So anyway, check it out, man. You already know what we preach is love of people, golden culture, God's kids, you know what I'm saying? God's king. Don't never get nothing confused with you feel me? But we got a lot more things coming, man. I just wanted to touch bases on that. And you can't down shorty, Nicki Minaj, too hard for holding down her man. Like, if you went through a situation like that, which I know you're probably saying like right now, bro, that'll never happen to me because I wouldn't have a rape case and nothing like that. I get it. But a girl could say that you did. And no one cares when you say that you didn't. You got to prove that in court. You got to prove that at a trial. You got to wait to have your date. And then, still in awe, whether you did or you didn't, you could still blow trial and lose and wind up getting an ass full of time and be innocently convicted and sentenced to death row. Or you don't believe me? Or you think it's a game? I've seen it all too many times. I know it very well. I've been on trial for things I didn't do. Facts. And there's people right now being executed, blowing trial, getting life, getting consecutive life sentences for situations and, for things they didn't do. So we got to find out what's really going on before we just jump the gun, you know? Because a lot of times we're a little too hard on our people. But leave in the comments if you know anything about the story, what you know. I know that this happened a few days ago, a while ago, and I'm talking about it now. You know why? Because it's golden culture, and I could do that. Because I never jump on something like when people are talking about it, like right there. You know what that shows? When, oh, snap, this happened? Boom, I get it. It's Tube News. You're supposed to be on point with the news. Cool. We'll work on that if that's the way you want it. But me, the reason why I wait my turn, I let everybody rock it. Boom, 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 boom. Because everybody's jumping on it because that's what's trending. So it's about the money to them. And I'm not throwing no shade or hate on nobody, do you? It's about the money to them. So they want to get it while it's trending. So when somebody looks at it in the search, boom, their video pops up. It's just what it is. It's the metrics of this thing. It's the way it works, right? I jump on it when all the morons are done. Because what I'm saying and where I'm coming from is a place called Sincere Street. And a lot of people don't know about sincere or sincerity. So I'm coming from a good place with it. Whether my opinion goes against what you're saying or whether we're both on the same page, it's never about the money to me. You already know what this is. It's golden culture. Thank you for tuning in. Love all people. Gang shit. Let's get it.